Alright, back once again with a little bit more Master of Orion. A quick check of the time, we'll go for about another 45 minutes now, probably. Very much enjoying this game so far. I didn't know how it would go down on Twitch, but I'm enjoying how it's going down on Twitch as well. So, for anyone that's new as well, this is mainly a simulation and strategy channel right here on Twitch. Not the biggest channel in the world, but other things I like to do. Xenonauts. It's like XCOM for the hardcore strategy fan. Do a lot of Xenonauts. Let's colonize this one, please. And also Crusader Kings 2 every Sunday. Bit of multiplayer Crusader Kings 2. Political intrigue in the Middle Ages. American and European truck sim. OMSI. I try and do way too much stuff on Twitch. I should cut down how many games I do. City Skylines as well, which is nice. That kind of stuff. And some music occasionally via Rocksmith. Just do my usual, let's get some more people in the system on Misha Prime. No, I understand Mario, about what you mean. Nothing to do with military strength. It's just expanding near people's borders gets people annoyed, and then you end up going to war in this game. But I figure, like, I have every right to expand where I want to expand. Hello, it's a military outpost. So let's we don't have a fleet as such. We have a ship. Why don't you come up here? Extended break was due to feeding this chap. Hello. Was that a nice dinner? Did you have a nice dinner? You had some duck and some potato, didn't you? It was a good duck and it was a good potato. Was that? Oh, it was! Oh, that's good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You're going to help me colonize the galaxy? Are you? That's a good boy. He makes an appearance every now and again. He's mostly content just to sit and watch. So the green screen is actually a green cloth on the sofa. He has his own sofa in this room, which is more than I have. I just have this chair. He can sit and watch me game, which is nice, and he's happy to do so most of the time, as long as we feed him every now and again and take him out. Okay, so we're going to just guard here just to ward off. Well, it's not going to help, but their military strength is useless, so they're not going to be able to be a threat. I've never tried a mad colonization rush, says JMO. Yeah, I have. That's how I like to play sometimes, is just try and colonize as much as possible. It does work as well, which is... It shouldn't work as well as it does. Because, as Mr. Wonders was saying, that it's like a snowball effect, and you end up with so many systems, and you're just so powerful. You couldn't possibly be defeated, and when you get to that point, it's kind of like just clicking buttons. You're not...
Welcome.
There's no strategy, there's no challenge.
The Alkari flock has grown in strength.
It has. We now control 8 planets. That was the shortest news report ever. Apparently that's Dwight Schultz. Which is pretty crazy. Okay, so... Like I said, there's lots of weapons to put on ships. I'm definitely going to go for the speed, because this is a one-of-a-kind thing. I mean, there are other techs that'll speed us up. Let's upgrade all these. I think we go for the economics now, so we can get some more cash. Then I can start spending the cash to rush some production. How are we doing colonization wise? So there's another world here that's suitable. Small tundra world, not great. There's a swamp world here that's alright. That's 2. There's one down here, Krishna 2. We have 2 more down here in Jeremy Paxman system. Which neither of them are great. So we can do a lot more colonizing. I do want to get rid of this dude. So I think let's build up a nice fleet, because we can use the fleet to get rid of the space dragon down here. And once we've done that, because that's a really good planet, once we've done that we can colonize that and then use the fleet to kind of protect against the Russian bears. JMO says, yeah, the turn, yeah, I agree, the turn gets too long. You get mired down in micromanagement, yeah. Auto queue will help with that, but the thing is, I like doing everything myself. I just don't like having so many things to do that it gets tedious. So let's, I'm actually going to design a ship. Let's see what we can do in terms of making a decent combat ship. So we want the biggest possible hull we can. Ooh. Yeah, that thing looks pretty good. I haven't actually used the ship designer, I've got to say. I've just gone with the default ships up until now. Cruiser. Ass Kicker. That's a good name, right? We've only got class 1 shields. We don't have any computer choices. We'll put the best possible drive on the ion drive. And these are like standard upgrades, so there's not a lot of side grading. Let's have a look. These are more complicated. What's the stats on these then? Continuous fire, auto fire. Reduce accuracy. Heavy mount. Large platform versions that cause more version. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Enveloping. Heavy mount sounds pretty good. That's a very strange rounding error. Unusual. We're not going to be able to add this though, because the total space use is going to be too much. Well, let's take the I don't want nuclear bombs on this thing. I want this to be a ship-to-ship vessel. So we'll save some space there. What's a neutron blaster? It fires an intense beam of lethal radiation. Facing front. Interesting. We'll keep them all front-facing for now. We've got 3 of these. We use a heavy mount on these. We can't have 4. Alright. Yeah, I like that. What about a mass driver though? Electromagnetic railgun. Let's have some point defense. We need some point defense. All the way around. Yeah. I decided to fire the game up right now on my second monitor. This is JMO. I like that. You know, like I watch a lot of Twitch. I do a lot of Twitch, but I watch a lot of Twitch as well. Hello, dog. And I always get inspired when I see someone playing a game I haven't played in a while, or even something new. I'm kind of like, I really want to check that out, you know. So, where's our music gone as well? It's just completely stopped. Put 4 of those on. I didn't choose that. How did that get on there? I want to try avoiding using any missiles, because they get shot down by things. Let's have a neutron blaster on a heavy mount. There's 6 of those. Alright. So average DPS 6.5. Beam attack, beam defense No missile defense. Attack rating 5,000. Defense rating not that good. Okay. What can we add in the special slots here? Augmented engines. I don't care about battle scanners. Blicking, that's a typo. Should fix that. ECM jammer. I think we should probably look to put one of those on so we can get rid of some of the neutron blasters. We need to make 33 space here. Add those on. ECM jammer. There we go. So I'm not looking to take out any planets with these ships. It's also reset my name here, isn't it? Do I have to press enter in here or something? Right, so that's our ass kicker. If we have a look at the cruiser, the base cruiser, the attack rating is only 3,500 on that. 169 to build. This is actually cheaper to build and has a much better attack rating. Combat speed's the same, total hull points the same. Yeah, so I think we just basically just improved it by doing that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build some ass kickers. Let's have 2 of those, start off with that. And we can always get other places like this working on it as well. How long is it going to take here though? So like I said, these are ship to ship. I just want to be able to take out that space dragon. We have no missiles on there, but we have point defense and we have the ability to, well, unleash hell on the enemy, really. Over here then. I'll just build one here. We need to watch out. How many command points do these take? 4. So it's probably gonna. We've got 5 in construction, so that's 20. It should be alright. That seems fine. Let's get all you guys on food again. Make some biospheres for me. Why you'd need biospheres on this type of planet, I don't know. We've got the music back. It seems to... Mr. Wonders mentions it stops when you go into a special screen like that, which is a bit disappointing.
The Academy has worked tirelessly on this hind.
So that's useful because we can buy things out a lot cheaper. Galactic trading will give us a spaceport and advanced space factory as well. We need more morale here. Government support facility should do the trick. I'm just going to take you off research so you can get that quicker. Spaceport's a major buff, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a few game balance issues in this. Ass kicker completed. Excellent. Here's our first ass kicker. We'll move it to kind of close to the dragon. We'll just build up a fleet over there. I don't know what this scout's doing. Surely they've scouted the whole area by now. I'm going to buy some colony ships, because why don't we colonize some stuff? Where do we need another colony? I mentioned one over here, didn't I? Yeah. I feel like there needs to be some kind of penalty for buying too much. Otherwise you can just focus on economy and just basically buy your way to victory. Which would be a shame. Like maybe the lower tech it is, the more it costs to build stuff or something. Just so you can build stuff in your capital fairly easily, but you can't just build at your fringes. Otherwise you can just create an army really quickly. Yeah, I can take out the bears fairly easily. I will need some ground attack stuff and some troop transports to do it. Although, I mean, I might just take them out, eliminate all their planets, wipe them out, and then just recolonize them later. Now, this costs a lot of maintenance for a buyout cost reduction. So this is what we need to consider. 3 maintenance a turn has to pay for itself in terms of lowering the cost of buying something by 20%, considering how often we buy stuff, which isn't that often. I'm going to get a space factory going just because I want at least one to make stuff with in case we need it. Colony ship from a 2 population planet. Yeah, but you forget I focus food, so it doesn't really matter. I'd rather just colonize quickly. Then you'd have the 2 people. They're basically spread out. So you've got one person here and one person here, and they're both able to spread and grow in population. So overall, it really doesn't make a difference for me in my head, at least. Having 2 people in one place is equivalent to having 1 person in 2 places. Gonna have to go sleep. I will see you later, Mulhernator. He is leaving. Ah, rhymes as well. Thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you again soon. It has been more lively tonight, hasn't it? It's nice when we've got a sort of fairly steady stream of chat. Most people have the opposite problem, which is too much chat. Too much nonsense going on in chat. But I have the opposite problem, which is often not a lot of people to interact with. So it's nice. It's nice to have that. Definitely. It's definitely not nonsense what's coming out at you either, which is great. So let's get going with some food production here. Let's say 7 turns to get another population. I don't care how long this takes to build, because the nice thing is, when that second population member springs up, he will go on to production and speed up the hydroponic farm, which will then speed up the food, and so on. We don't need to watch that every single time, and the same deal here. I feel like this is a strong way to get going, because you need people as quickly as possible. Hey, we got another ass kicker. Okay. Can you rename systems in this? Or are they fixed? Let's have a go. No, I don't think I can rename the system. That's a shame. They should allow that. I like to have renamables in my games for Twitch. And YouTube and Hitbox, because let's face it, who wouldn't want a system named after them? Or a planet, or whatever it is, or a soldier in Xenonauts, for example. Let's get a factory going over here. We're gonna have some more production going on. You might be saying, well, I've got a lot of money. I'm really not that motivated to spend the money, just in case we need it for an emergency. I think that's coming later, says JMO. I'd like that. I would like that a lot, but it's got to be quite limited in appeal. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's not just people on Twitch that want to do it. Alright, so we'll guard here until all our ass kickers are ready. These are 736, what? That can't be right. That said... Was it me, or did that not say 3,500 before? And that says 736 now, so we need quite a few of these if we're going to take on the Space Dragon and win.
The Academy has worked tirelessly on this, Highness.
So
We
one...
soar ever higher.
You bloody bird. One more credit per population, and also a bonus of 5, which is nice. Advanced Space Factory. Doubling production.
Look, Scott.
We've been waiting on these quite a long time, so
Tireless.
I'm not that worried about...
Majestic.
Heavy armor and reinforced hull would be nice. No, Mr. Wonders, don't worry about that. Like, I like to read what you guys have to say. I don't know that everybody does on Twitch, but it's my style anyway. I'd rather have
May I interrupt?
people saying more than I can read than less. Well, it's not going to be less than I can read, but you know, like quite often I'll go a few hours before we have a few lines of chat, which is which is not great. A space factory, excellent. So, I think I want a military outpost on the border with the bears. Let's go down here and see how far we can get. I don't believe I have open borders with them, so that their scout ships will be able to get through, but nothing else should be able to. Yes. Yeah, so let's have another look. Ass kicker. These figures are really random. That's completely different again. That says 8,060 there. How are these numbers are wrong? Or they don't match up for some reason. I don't know why. Could do with a bit more food. We could do with more morale here as well. We get some marines in there just to give you more morale for some reason. That gives you morale. I don't know why. Can't build a military outpost unless I have a colony in that system. Really? Huh. That's my mistake. I always thought you could. I thought you could build them wherever you wanted. In that case, what we'll do is we'll go down here. We can't build one here because they've already got one. Yeah, hang on, like they've got a military outpost here, so how do they build that? Have they got a military outpost here? Or am I thinking, no, I'm thinking of the other end. Ah, right, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, let's build it over here then. The number's early access. Early access fragged, yeah. I just smegged up, to use a red dwarfism. It's gonna be 62 turns, so let's do it like that. That's still gonna be 16 turns, so we're gonna go with that. And sure, that'll help us get, I mean, food production's not that important here. Actually, we should probably clean up the pollution first. Swap them round. We've got another ass kicker. Brilliant. Where are we going? Wait a sec. Wait a sec, what? Oh no, I'm just looking at the wrong one. That's Bhutan. I was going to say, is they killed the dragon?
Let us trade.
So this is where the war starts. This is not a trade. He's demanding payment. And I'm going to decline, and he's automatically going to start a war. Yeah. Exactly. So now we divert our efforts, basically. We ignore the space dragon, and we're just going to go straight for some ass kicking. Which means I'm going to bring some of these guys down here. I don't know why he'd be that stupid. Like, the AI is not very good. It needs to get better, because no one in their right mind would do that. That's just silly, especially considering the military power. Look at the military power difference. I've got 5 times the military power he does. So we're at war. I'm not at all bothered by this. Like, I was expecting it to be a little bit more even than this. F up that bear. I will. Yeah, so I don't think the military rating should be shown. I liked the Galciv system where you had the 3 opposing. You had the energy weapons, the mass weapons, and the missile weapons, and you could defend against each one, or defend against none of them, and you had to kind of work out. So they had different points in different categories, and you had to work out whether your ships would be as good as their ships, rather than just have this is this strength and that's that strength. There was actually some kind of thinking involved. It wasn't that detailed, but I'd like to see a system more similar to that. What I do need is something to bomb planets with now. Actually, I tell you what, this thing's actually pretty good at making ships. So let's cancel that. This thing's got a lot of fusion bombs on it, and we can make them in 6 turns. Let's make some of those. We can bomb some planets. Typical Brit. I'm at war, not at all bothered by this. Well, you know, like, it's not a difficult war, is it?
Look!
Now, this one always confused me, because they're so similar. So we can either take more damage before being destroyed, or we can have extra resilience. So this is 2 times as much damage no matter what's done to us. So it's always going to be twice as much damage needed to kill the ship. This mitigates stuff by up to 2. It says greatly reducing there, which is disappointing. I mean, I'm not worried about collisions with other vessels and impacts from debris, so forget that. Mitigating the enemy's armor-piercing capabilities. But I don't think that will always be as much as 2. It depends on the situation, so we're going to choose that one. I'll upgrade these guys. Now we need to worry about having some decent military techs. Automated repair would be good. The American fleet will swoop in and save you. Yeah, yeah. They can't get here yet. The Earthlings / Americans. The AI is really not very good at combat either. Like, in terms of troop distribution, well, fleet distribution and things. So Media Prime, can we produce a starbase to get our... Yeah, we need to... I'm just going to buy the starbase so we get a higher fleet limit, because we're going to run out soon. I'm assuming you've already got a starbase, have you? No. Okay, again, this is why I saved the money, so we can up our fleet cap. Yeah, the information is pretty limited when it comes to designing ships. Like, I'd like to see... it's a really nice interface. They've always put loads of effort in designing it, but the information that's presented isn't always straightforward. And I think that's just another early access thing. Like, the good thing is, all of the criticisms about this game are completely solvable. There's nothing in here that's inherently bad and can't be fixed, or would take ages to fix. So little typos here and there, the annoying sound effects, just put in a switch to turn them off, etc. I always bash Americans, don't worry. It is in jest, and I expect to get it in return for being British. Let's do some pollution cleanup over here and then get some anti-pollution things going. Like, when you've selected something by double clicking it, and then you double click on something else quickly, it doesn't allow you to double click, which is frustrating. The interface speed seems to be an issue. Right, we don't need all that food. In fact, we don't need anyone working the farms. They just work by themselves, which is nice. Let's put in a research lab. This isn't going to be much use as much production. It's only a small planet with tundra. Actually, how long would terraforming this take? Let's do that instead. We'll get started on that. Yeah. It'll be a while. And then... oh, crust prospecting. So what happens to crust prospecting if I upgrade this planet? I wonder. Terraform it, you know? Oh, it's Terran already. Okay. Huh. Interesting. still having bandwidth issues. Like, I don't really know why. I lowered it to 1 meg. Normally we'd be a bit higher quality than this, but my ISP has decided that I'm not allowed, so it's throttling me back. I don't know why. I have like 20 meg upload, but with Twitch and things like that, broadcast services, it seems to know, and it seems to say, well, you're not allowed to broadcast that fast because we hate Twitch and we hate YouTube and we hate Hitbox. Ongoing argument with my ISP about that. I'm like, I'm using 1 meg out of 20. I think you can probably let that one slide. Plus there's nothing in your terms and conditions that says I can't. Let's get some morale boosts going over here. I'm just going to get this guy over here to produce that quicker. Let's do some combat. This will not be complicated combat. Oh yeah, well actually there is a enemy frigate over here. And you're dead. So he's really not expanded very much at all. He's got potentially 4 systems under his control, which is not good for him. It's pretty good for me because this will be a cakewalk. Hang on, what the hell are you doing? Do you want to maybe die, Scout? It shouldn't actually bring up the combat screen for that because the Scout doesn't have any weapons, so there's no other outcome. Cross prospecting is tied to minerals, not biome. Thanks for that. So,
The enemy has worked tirelessly on this, Highness.
It-
We soar ever higher.
shut up, soaring ever higher. I think I get it by now. So it's an instant victory. It should just be an instant victory. JMO, I'm off for now, he says. I'll give you a follow. Thank you so much. If you hit that button, you will get a nice notification on the screen, and your name will appear at the bottom for everybody else to see. It's been good having you, and hope to see you again soon. Automated repair unit. Excellent. 100% ship repair per turn. So what, it repairs completely every turn, does it?
Looks... That's magnificent, Highness. Ah! Marvelous. Ah!
Robo miners are actually a really good upgrade. Let's go with those. Right, you. Again, one of these ships, we'll be able to take out one of their destroyers. No problem. How many ships have we got over here? 2 should be enough for now. Military outpost. You're going down. How much fleet? Oh, we got loads of command capacity. I'm going to build a couple of cruisers. We need to be able to bomb planets. Where was my alert on the screen? You should get one of those any second, JMO. Love the stream, says Mr. Wonders. Thank you. Looking forward to more once you get your issues dealt with. Yeah, I will. Absolutely. So it's one of either two things. Like, either it's being done at the ISP, which will be an issue to solve that, or it's being done within the router. So the ISP gives me a router, and I use the router, and they say that, according to them, there's some software in there that prevents you from doing sustained broadcasts. I can't see why they would do that. Oh yeah, but it slows down your downloads, so we want to keep your downloads nice and fast, so we do that. I'm like, dude, I'm using 1 meg out of 20. How can that possibly slow anything down noticeably? Which it doesn't. So if it's in the router, I'll try replacing it. I'll have to buy one. That's not a problem. If it solves this issue, definitely not a problem. Okay, so I think I And there's not a lot really that I want over here. Morale's okay. We don't need food. We've got research. We can't bolster the research at all. I mean, I guess just do trade goods. Huh, that's kind of weird. I don't remember seeing JMO's name on the screen there. Should have appeared on the screen. I don't know what Twitch Alerts is doing. Right, 5 turns we'll have a military outpost out here. I don't think it'll help with much, but let's do this combat. So, favourable. You're looking forward to the multiplayer aspect of this game, says J. Romario. Yeah, I think it'll be really good. The problem with games like this is turn times. So as long as they have a reasonable turn timer in, and they need to streamline combat a lot, because obviously if you allow tactical combat, turns could go on for ages for those people that aren't in the combat. I think once they've done that, it would make a really interesting game to play in multiplayer. Yeah. Oh, router if you prefer. Pronunciation, etc. Oh, hello.
Welcome, stranger. I am the Empress of the Merchant.
Does she not creep you out? Like, look at her. Look.
We'll scratch yours.
She's a cat with like human boobs. Oh, it's creepy. She doesn't like me very much. I mean, we just met. I don't know why. I haven't done anything to deserve not being liked. There's a root, a oot, and a boot. Indeed. Oh wow, okay. Let's not attack that then. Because I thought the ass kicker was stronger than it was. We have an ass kicker and a frigate here. Again, not good enough. I won't take that on yet. No point losing ships. We do have the ability to bomb the crap out of his planet, so let's start over here. How many ass kickers we got here? Oh wow. Yeah, we've got enough of a fleet over here. Hey, no, you didn't invent the word. So I've heard Americans and Canadians say it both ways, to be fair. Normally you say route or route. We use the word route to mean when a military person has been defeated and runs away, or you know, like an outcome which was a total whitewash is a rout. Route is the word that means a way of getting from A to B, basically. So I like that better because it distinguishes. You can tell what word is meant. Hello.
Nice to meet you. This is the controller of the Cylon Quanta. I am certain we have much to learn from each other.
We do have a lot to learn from each other. How have I... Oh right, because I came over here, right, fair enough. I was wondering how I managed to contact those guys. We're still not going to attack with you. I think you should have to go into combat here because it seems illogical that these ships could just sit next to each other, next to the outpost, and there wouldn't be combat if they're at war. I mean, I do Americanize a lot, so I'm a programmer by trade. That's what I do in the real world. Every day, mostly, except weekends, I go to work and do programming. So we already have to use Americanisms, colour, etc., things like that. Often we have to use method and function names that have Z's in instead of S's, that kind of thing. So I think I've paid my fair dues. Let's see, we can terraform this, but it's going to take a while. We're not going to get that many more people. Well, let's do morale and then terraform. Government support, and then terraforming. Good.